Hello guys, what's going on? Welcome to another Dr. HADES video. Today we're gonna talk about how to play 6 Divine. We're gonna go from early stage to the late game. We're gonna talk about itemization and positioning, everything that you should know in order to play perfect 6 Divine in patch 10.21.
It's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Starting with early game, the best composition that you should start with is Wukong, Jax, Garen and Yasuo. The most important is to get 2 Divine, 2 Duelist and 2 Vanguard. This is like your main attraction. If you manage to get one of these champions as a chosen, you should go for it, especially if one of them is a Divine. Once you get a Divine in this game, you're set for the best composition in this patch, but you need Wukong, Jax, Garen and Yasuo as a start. If it's not a problem, if it's a different Duelist, Jax and Wukong being like the core of your early stage. On to the early to mid stage, now you should get your Duelist out and you should add Irelia and Lux, getting to 4 Divine without a chosen yet. Of course, if you have a chosen Divine or other champion, is not a problem, but this should focus on your main core. Of course, if you have a chosen Divine at this point, you can take out Irelia or Lux or Wukong depending on your composition, but in my opinion you should get Irelia out if you have another Dazzler, or you should get Lux out if you have another Adapt champion or another Enlightened champion, which could be Janna, Ninja, Shen for Adapt, or Dazzler Morgana, which would be great. If not, Lissandra is still feasible for the team. Going on to the mid to late game, now you should already hit 6 Divine. At this point you should have everybody beside Lee Sin in your team, and right now you should have Shen, Warwick, Jax, Irelia, Wukong and Lux, one of them being a Divine champion, or at least having a Divine spatula item at this point. Getting 6 Divine is very important in order for you to still get to roll and level up without having problems with winning, because once you hit 6 Divine, it's like it will be the moment your team will do the most damage, and after that you will just put more champions in order to get the best composition. So right now you will have 6 Divine, 2 Adapt, 1 Ninja, getting Shen, Warwick, Jax, Irelia, Wukong and Lux in your team. Of course, here, if you don't have Shen, you could put another Dazzler, or you should maintain another Vanguard in your team, or another Hunter. It's not a problem, you should play, but you should have 6 Divine in your team. That's the most important thing. Moving on to the late game composition, here you have your perfect composition, or almost perfect composition. You should have Shen, Lee Sin, Jax, Warwick, Irelia and Lux, which are from mid game. Add Yone to get free Adapt, and then you can add Janna for mid step if you don't have other Divine players that you play against. If you have, you should swap Janna for another Dazzler champion. As I told you, can be Lissandra, Morgana or Ezreal. Preferably it should be Ezreal or Morgana, doesn't matter here. Janna is not that good against Divine champions. As I told you in my previous video, it is Divine do damage, true damage, so they will not be blocked by your magic resist from Mystic. So it's better to get a Hunter or another Dazzler. It's a lot more important, or you can get another Divine like Lee Sin in your team, or double Yone is pretty good. But if you really want a Mystic, you should swap to Zilean, because it's a lot better, especially if it gets on Yone, Warwick or maybe Lee Sin, because your team will be perfect and you will get the guaranteed top 4. I think hitting this team, it's a guaranteed top 4. Moving on to itemization, your core champions are Warwick, Jax. Warwick, Jax are the most important champions that you should get items on. After that, Lee Sin can be a carrier, Yone or even Lux. They are pretty good. Going on Warwick, you need Quicksilver, because he should not stop attacking, especially in the first 10 seconds of the battle, in order for him to go to his ability and practically erase the entire team. The another item that you should put on it, it's static shift. Double static shift is the perfect variation, but if not, the guardian angel, static shift and guardian angel is pretty good, or even rage blade is a pretty awesome item as a third item on Warwick. Once he hits his ability, he will practically destroy everybody, and you don't even have to 3-star him. He is very strong, getting 6 divine, he will just erase everybody. On Jax, you should put Locket because it will shield everybody, especially Warwick, but even Ziggs, which is very important because he will give attack speed even to Lee Sin, but even Warwick, and Warwick needs a lot of attack speed, especially early battle, because in the early battle he doesn't have his ability on, so he doesn't have the lifesteal and the attack speed that he needs in order to erase the enemy team. Okay, if you have more items like Spear of Shojin, Rapid Fire Cannon, Guardian Angel, they should go on Lee Sin. Spear of Shojin, it's good on Lux too. Yon can get the tier items, or Morello, in my opinion, he will do a lot of damage with his ultimate, having Morello, but even tier items because he needs a lot of mana to get to his ability. Talking about positioning right now, I think this is the best way to position your champions. Of course, you can move everybody on the other side. Janna can go here, but this is Jax, and Lee Sin and Warwick should stay close to each other, especially if Jax has Ziggs. If not, you can move around, but keep in mind to let some axes out in order for Yon to get the exile bonus. Okay, so Warwick should be out of the play. Let's see, you can do either like this. If his enemy team has a lot of burst early stage and they will hit the first champion in this part, it's like they will start hitting Shen, and Warwick will just come this way and he will erase the entire enemy team. Okay, so as I told you before, Mystic are not so important late game, especially if you don't play against a team that is mage related. If not, Janna is not so important in the team, so you could put in Dazzler as Ezreal or Morgana, because they will stop the attack damage by 50% for 5 seconds for the enemy team. So hitting with Ezreal, he will hit almost the entire enemy team, so they will get less damage, especially if you play against another divine. But if you get level 9, you should go Mystic and Dazzler. It's like the best thing that you can do, or you can like put another Lee Sin in or another Yon. It's like having more damage. Of course, if you get more static shifts and your Warwick is full, you can also put another Warwick in your team as a 9th champion. That's it, guys. This is what you should do in order to play 6 Divine in patch 10.21. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'm very sorry again that I don't have a webcam on, but as you know, I had an accident. My face is pretty destroyed and it will take some time to get healed. So until next time, play some more TFT. Bye bye.